purest in the game, ready to ignite. Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright. Caffeine was fueling his creativity inside. Got a YouTube channel where he's shining so bright. MTG3, the show that takes flight. He's a lyrical beast, spitting fire with every bite. Black metal flow, pounding beats to insight. No one can stop him, he's on a meteoric height. Super fast tortoise, the champion of the fight.
Good morning, hope you're up. Enjoy that coffee in your cup. Good morning from the shelf. Super fast tortoise does so well. Sit back, relax. Time to chillax. Face the facts. Morning coffee show intact. Let's enjoy the show. Let's enjoy the flow. Morning coffee is the best. Shine with friends, we are blessed. Into the mood. Coffee for every dude.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Super Fast Starter Show, where you are always welcome to hit that like button and always welcome to chat with us and always welcome to be here because we appreciate you 100%.
What's up?
What's up? Everybody's looking like they're dismayed a little. How you guys doing?
Doing all right. Got a little disappointed this morning because they had on Arena, they ain't released the dang on Bloomburrow yet.
They haven't released the Bloomburrow yet on the day of its release.
Yeah.
Do they give a time?
Yeah, they usually do a certain time, and they just throw a big old update out there. When they do that big old update, they'll release the cards, and I was waiting on that dang on update.
How could they do this on the day of my daughter's wedding?
They're probably releasing the update around. Yeah, they're probably releasing it now.
Yeah. Ooh, they're probably releasing it now. You'll get to play with the cards later. You'll get to build the decks. You'll be able to have the fun. You'll be able to go crazy.
Yeah.
You'll be able to go nuts. You'll go nuts for donuts, Bloomburrow donuts. You know, it's like Bloomburrow donuts are like real donuts, but with pine cone on them.
Dang, that does sound good. Now I'm in the mood for some dang on donuts. Dang, blanket tortoise would do that.
With pine cones. A little extra crunch. Hello,
Yeah.
Backwoods Collector. How you doing?
Good. I'm doing all right. I'm improvising my coffee this morning because I got up and went to the fridge and no creamer.
Ooh. Yeah, sometimes you just add some milk or something to it.
That's what I did.
That's what I did. It's not the same thing, but it is a substitute that works. Make it full. Megafull must have had to leave. What? We can talk about Megafull behind his back now? No.
Yeah, that's what I heard too about moving. I mean, I was shocked to hear about that.
Right.
When you tortoise?
So shocked. So shocked I was shell shocked.
I only read about it in the YouTuber news report, so.
Right, YouTuber, you got it.
I can't believe
Okay,
it.
Cowboy Dan, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm all right. I decided to put on my fancy new outfit over here. I'm
Looking
cosplaying as a super fast tortoise coffee cup.
Woo! That's a pretty bold statement. You're saying you're a tortoise creep now?
Well, you know, as long as it's super caffeinated, I'll be tortoise all day long. And that's the only way I can get super fast. Is the caffeine, the morning coffee caffeine.
Right.
So how y'all doing today?
Just didn't help with my coffee. No.
I put some chocolate syrup in my coffee this morning.
Ooh, nice.
I went with more of a traditional coffee today. I went with the nutty nutmeg coffee with a little bit of hot chocolate in it.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
I just can't drink it black. I've never acquired the taste of just taking it straight.
Right. Like I could drink black coffee, which I don't mind, but I love the flavoring.
Yep.
But I make my coffee so strong. It's so bad. Like I've had strong coffee from the stores and stuff, like purposely made strong. My coffee's stronger. And when I mix in the creamer and stuff, you get a taste of coffee and creamer. It's so good. So good. Like I hate it when you get like a creamer and all you taste is the creamer over the coffee. You're back. You didn't tell us you left. We tried introducing you, Mugafool, and you were like quiet. So we started talking behind your back.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, we can't tell Mugafool what was said about him.
Right. Can't tell Mugafool what was said.
Top secret information.
Secret information.
If you want to know what we said, you'll have to watch the replay.
True.
Yep.
Yep.
You can watch the replay anyway if you guys are in chat and you feel like you like the show.
Right, yeah. Always welcome. Always encourage your viewership. You guys rock. You guys rule. In fact, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be up to 627 subscribers, which is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm closer to 1,000 Hillbilly is. Let's keep that train going.
Let's keep both your trains going.
This isn't a race of trains. This isn't a train race. Hillbilly's rocking it. He just hit that 500 and got his first subscribers.
He's got members. I don't got members.
Yeah. Sorry, his first members is hit that 500. Hillbilly's rocking it, man.
Right.
I'm trying to.
For sure. He's rocking it, but still, I need to get to 1,000 before he does. That's all I'm saying. It's not a race, but I want to get there first.
Well, if Hillbilly hits 1,000 before you do, he gets to take over your show.
Just for a day, though.
Well, there's times I let him take over the show. In fact, there was a couple weeks ago, we had a show dedicated all to Hillbilly, and Hillbilly got to talk all you wanted about everything and everything Hillbilly.
Yeah, sure did.
Sure did. Back in the day, I used to flavor my coffee with brown sticky substance that rhymes with Jack Daniels. Huh. Interesting.
That's something Hillbilly would do.
Oh, you know what was funny? Last night, my wife and I were watching Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Oh,
and
yeah.
for the first time, and there's this main character, little girl, who's like awkward with socializing, and she came up with some dad jokes in the show. Like one of them was like, "What? How do you pronounce a fish with no eyes?" And before she cut off the joke, gave the delivery of the joke, I'm like, "It's," fish. And she says the punchline. And my wife looks at me. She's like, "What the hell are you doing?" Then she goes to this other joke. We're saying a grasshopper walks in the bar and asks for a drink, and the bartender looks at the grasshopper and says, "We have a drink named after you." And before the little girl answered her own joke in the movie, I said, "You seriously have a drink named Steve?" And she says the exact same thing. My wife looks at me and says, "Derek, you're ridiculous."
You gotta love dad jokes. Ghostbusters Afterlife was a good movie. I don't care what anybody says. I liked it.
Is that the one with the ice, or is that just a prequel to the ice one?
That's a prequel to the ice one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That'd
the
be
ice one's the new one.
It'd be the Ghostbusters 3 if you don't if you guys ignore the alternate universe
I do.
lady film.
Yeah.
Now
Not because I don't like the women. It's just because it was a bad movie overall.
Hey! I actually like that movie.
I did too. I did too. I just look at it as, even though the multiverse is overplayed for some people, I look at it as an alternate universe version, and they could have actually done it. I've actually wrote a fan script that I might share with people one day if I ever feel like showing off something horrible. But I actually wrote a fan script on how they could take the horribleness that they did, refilm just a couple of scenes, and that'd be the cameo scenes, and they could have handed off the Ghostbusters to the ladies appropriately.
Right.
But I just feel like the cameo scenes were what ruined it.
Right. The cameo scenes were kind of weird in there.
Yeah.
Because it confuses the audience if it's part of the original storyline or not.
Yeah, what I thought when I was first seeing this stuff about this women Ghostbusters, I was thinking, all right, these must be the daughters of original Ghostbusters.
That would have made a great storyline.
That would have made it better, though.
That would have been better too.
And that would have made a great storyline. Or because in one of the Ghostbusters cartoon spin-off series is not the real Ghostbusters, but the new Ghostbusters. There was 2 girls on the team.
Yeah.
But still, I thoroughly enjoyed the all-female cast version of Ghostbusters. I like the one thing I loved the most about it, the most, was the ghost graphics and how they kind of made it forcefully look 80s with all the new graphics of today. And I really loved that.
They did a combination of practical and CGI in order to do that. I saw a whole documentary about it. It was a combination of the practical and CGI.
Nice.
Because this one that was talking about, where it was a girl, she was actually Egon's, which is know who Egon is. He's the nerdy Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
And anyway, this little girl was his granddaughter.
Yeah,
and really, so they kind of skipped a generation.
But they added her mom into a sense, and they added a little storyline that made sense with that Ghostbusters Afterlife with the granddaughter. The mom felt like he abandoned her and the family. But you know, I was disappointed in that because they didn't make Janine who he ended up with to have kids with. You know, they made a complete different story. It was her mom was a different woman, not Janine Melnick, which really kind of upset me.
Well, Janine got hooked up with another guy on one of the other shows, which was played by Rick Moranis.
Right. And Rick Moranis never returned to the series because he retired to be with his family, and he doesn't even do anything anymore. He's like done like a small handful of cameo appearances on Canadian shows since he retired.
Right. Yeah, but you know, he's like I saw a not a report, but like a
Mana. Yes, Louis Tolley was his the character's name.
Yep.
Right, yeah. I saw what do you call it? Not a report, but I can't think of the name. Where it's like a little news blog on Google. And I saw one of those things. Rick Moranis is planning on getting more back into acting since his kids are all grown up and moving out.
Nice.
So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, with all said and done, I think the coolest thing about it
you are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. So many creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
Woo! Gotcha. You didn't realize the bumper was coming, but we're already 13 minutes into the show, so we better be at the bumper.
Yep.
I'm having a fun conversation. So I hope you guys here are relaxed and enjoying the show. Let's get to people in the chat, see who's all here and who's having fun. So first of all, we got Cane Shaker. Where do you come up with these ideas? Well, this idea came up because Cane Shaker sent me a text last night. He says, why don't we talk about this? I'm like, that's a fun idea. Whoa. Backwoods. No, you're both here and there. Same with KJ. Hillbilly, what's up? Madam Monk. Whoa. Madam Monk is amazing. What's up? Welcome, Madam Monk. Yeah, you guys are all awesome. Wow, that seems to be everybody here. Hit that like button if you haven't. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Let us know what you think today.
Don't forget to hit the share button and let all your friends know that you're watching right now.
So really quick, I got a special thing in private chat. Am I supposed to share that in chat?
No, Hillbilly wanted me to share that a little bit later.
Oh, okay. There you go, Hillbilly. So, thinking of good stuff, all the great stuff, all the amazing stuff, and all the Ghostbustery stuff. It's awesome that we're here, right? Good topics, good show. But everything falls down in a segmented thing on the show, right? We have fun. We go through stuff. And the first segment of the day, oh my God, I forgot what the first segment of the day. Hillbilly, what's the first segment of the day?
Card of the day. Combo breaker.
Ooh.
Hold worm. What a fun card. This like you can tell by the symbol this is from a commander set, but the original printing is from Shards of Laura block. And this used to be the big bad baddie of that set, like a really big card. Hillbilly, why don't you read this card and tell us how awesome it is?
Worm. 4 generic black, red, and green. 6/6.
With trample, whenever Horde worm deals damage to an opponent, you may return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Ooh, Reanimator. Nice.
Yeah. Reanimator to your hand, not to the battlefield, but to your hand. Right? But it gets you that value back. It lets you get a card. And it's whenever it deals damage. It's not just specifically combat damage. It's just any form of damage it deals to an opponent. So if you have a way to have it, if you have like a, and it's going to sound weird, one of those auras on it where you can tap it and it will do 1 damage to your opponent's face, that will trigger this. It has trample, make this go through. 1 point of damage is all you need to go through to do that effect. Recycling your graveyard is very powerful. And this is a good limited card indeed. Indubitably.
And it's any card from your graveyard, which is even better.
Oh, yeah.
Not just Reanimator. It's just being able to get any card, any type of card in your graveyard back to your hand. Heck, you can even return a land.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to make a suggestion here for the folks over at WotC. Now, because they have Reanimator cards and Duskborns coming out, they should do a Reanimator, the movie reference for a Reanimator card. Just saying.
Oh, yeah. Well, we hope to see a lot of references.
Oh, we already got a Friday Nights.
There better be like a Critters reference in there or something too.
We all got it Friday, and that's a Friday. Oh no, that's not the right one. Texas Chainsaw Massacre reference with chainsaw.
Yep, there is a chainsaw.
Oh, they have a few of those in there from what I've seen in their pre-release leak. Things.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. But like if we get a Gremlins reference in there too, that'd be awesome. Like have a creature that duplicates itself when you tap an island for water. Well, I mean, man, that'd be funny.
That could be a topic on its own. Just talk about this one, theorizing.
Right. Yeah. But for some pictures of the day, coffee drinkers, energy drink drinkers, addicted to caffeine is the shared.
There should be another arm there and saying soda drinker.
Well, energy drinks fall into sodas because they both have caffeine.
Yep.
Yeah.
And sugar.
Even though actually monsters, you can find zero sugar monsters. Like the white can and the purple can is
shrink. Zero sugar coffee. I mean, zero sugar pop.
Yeah.
Why all this blasphemy in front of me? I mean, so far all morning long he's been zero sugar this, zero sugar that, and before the stream even too. Blasphemy.
Well, I'm diabetic, so zero sugar stuff is pretty good.
Well, then there you go. Okay, I give up.
I don't need an inspirational quote. I need coffee. And if you know who this guy is, you rock. Yeah,
literally.
That's right. But
looks like Tortoise.
It is me with a wig on. It's when I hit 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, that was probably when you had the hair on the other side of your head, other than on your chin.
Right. But I did find a perfect picture that explains KJ when he wakes up in the morning before coffee.
That was me all day yesterday, even with the coffee.
But this is how I feel in the mornings before I have my first cup of coffee. I'm like, dizzy, strange feelings, need energy. But don't forget, coffee, only 1 cup. If it's a cup, have it be a big cup.
Ooh, yeah.
Small cup. Come on, we can use a bigger cup. Look at the cup I sit in.
I still think this is actually a bigger cup than that cup.
Hello.
All right, but there we go. You say Ella? Ella!
Yep.
Salmonella! What's up? Nice. Welcome, Salmonella. So glad to see you in chat. Oh, we miss you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hillbilly misses you.
Yep.
You know, pretty soon you'll have more chances to jump on Commander games on the weekends.
Yep.
Hell yeah. It's crazy. Crazy. And thinking of Commander games in the weekends, in the future, we got Super Fast Taurus Thursday weekly Epic stream going to be starting in the near future. Woo! Can't wait to get this all figured out because it will be fun. And with that, we're going to stroll on to the next segment of the day, which is the question of the day. Presented by Discord, we have the question of the day. Well, technically, this one's Facebook because I messaged it myself. I made a question of the day today, so let's see what I had to ask. If you could design a planeswalker based on your YouTube or Twitch channel, how would you design it? What would be that planeswalker's abilities and mana cost? Let's go.
Oh, this is a tough
Okay.
one.
Right. Like what would a hillbilly planeswalker be like?
Well, first of all, that'd be the name of it. It would be called the Hillbilly.
That hillbilly.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And what the Hillbilly would do, +1, exile a creature card that you own, and bring it back. And then bring it back to the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it.
Ooh, a blinky card. What color is this planeswalker?
It would be actually probably black and green. And then after that'd be the +1 ability.
Hmm.
Then -2 would be exile one of your opponent's creatures.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
Then it would have an ultimate of minus I want to say -7.
Hmm.
Exile any number of permanents on your side and your opponent's side, and then creatures you own in exile, be able to bring those back.
Oh wow.
But your opponents, you would not be able to bring theirs back.
Oh wow. So board
And
wipe.
if you'd exile, bring them back in with +1/+1 counters on with haste.
Ooh.
Ooh, that might be a little overpowered, but yeah, that would be fun though.
Pause the Bram. What's up? What's
So
good?
pause.
Doing well. I had a lot of pain lately. Sorry you had a lot of pain lately. I think
Yeah.
that was a good question. So, what would backwards collectors planeswalker be?
It's a hard question, but probably definitely some kind of like backwoods type spirit character or something. Probably mono black. And
Thunder
I
Junction,
probably
maybe?
off the top of my head can't go as in depth as Hillbilly did with his different abilities, but definitely something that interacts with probably Graveyard for sure.
I got an idea for your planeswalker, right? It'd be called the Backwoods Lich Lord, right? The Lich is a sorceress zombie, right? So you cost, let's say, 5 mana, 3 generic, 2 black. You come into play with like 5 loyalty counters, and you +1. You put a death mark counter on target creature, any creature. And that death mark says whenever this creature dies, it'll come back to the battlefield as a zombie under your control. Right? Then the second ability is -2, mill 3 cards from your library, and you may return up to 3 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Right?
That'd be good.
Then its ultimate would be like -7, maybe. No, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, -8, because we don't want it too busted. But you put a death mark counter on all creatures on the battlefield, and you on your opponent's control. Then you destroy all creatures your opponent's control.
I just know I would want it to be that in probably, like I said, mono black and kind of have that dark theme and stuff like that.
Yeah, you basically steal all your opponent's creatures. Yay! At the end of it, but they die because the whole mark thing. So they die. So you put a death mark counter on all your opponents for the ultimate, and you destroy their creatures. Oh yeah, and their creatures in the graveyard will come into play too. So you'll get a mass zombie horde because these seem like the undead stuff.
Yep.
Oh, kind of like the Shaholdred effect.
Sure.
We have it standard right now. It flips into the saga.
Oh yeah, that's a children.
Yep.
Oh. So what would be a Mugenful Planeswalker?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably something like Liliana.
He was like Liliana. All right. So
I got an idea.
Uh-oh.
I was thinking about this. I've been looking at the Planeswalker cards recently because you all been educating me on the cards with the as we've been slowly on multiple channels reading the cards out. And my thought process for a Planeswalker card, right, would be it'd be a Thunder Junction set. First of all, Cowboy Heads will roll.
Cowboy Heads will roll. Nice.
All right, and just obviously, I want to be legendary, so
Legendary.
I want to be legendary. +1, draw a card. Will untap all creatures that I control.
Ooh.
And if I can kill a creature, up to 3 creatures, kill up to 3 creatures when attacked.
Oh, wow.
Heads will roll.
Heads will roll. That's a pretty powerful spell.
Yes.
Yes, and my my little tagline at the bottom of the card will say, "You've lost your head."
That's right. That's right. You lost your head.
So did I put together a good card right there? Because that's off the top of my head.
That sounds like a powerful, pretty decent mythic, actually. All right. So Metamonk. Metamonk says he would be blue, red, white, 4 loyalty counters, +1, put a +1 counter up to 3 target creatures you control. 0 ability, create a 1/2 blue shapeshifter token with changeling. 7, get an emblem if a creature would be dealt damage. Return it to the battlefield during your next upkeep. Nice.
Cool.
So a Tortoise Planeswalker would be Bat, blue, white, green, coming with 4 loyalty, and then have a first ability of +2, the loyalty. You scry 3, then draw a card. That's pretty fun, pretty cool. Then a second ability is neg 2, put 2 3/3 tortoises onto the battlefield that are tokens. Right? Then his ultimate ability is you may search your library -7, -8-ish. Search your library for 1 permanent of each type and put it on the battlefield. Yeah.
Interesting.
Which is really rough because I'd rather just do enchantments, but I was trying to fix it where it ain't too busted, but that's pretty busted.
Mine was pretty busted.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure mine would not be legal, so.
No, yours is a legendary sorcery. That means you only can cast it if you have a legendary creature.
Yep.
For how busted it was, it's actually pretty fixed.
There you go. If people over at Magic are listening, I just created a card that you guys can use. You don't have to give me any kind of promotional credit or anything.
Just make sure it has a floating head in the picture.
Yeah.
Ah,
Floating cowboy head. Yeah.
Cowboy head. That's fun. That's fun. And that brings us to...
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.
Moves, the strategies, and the flair. Super fast tortoise is running the show. The crowd goes wild wherever he goes.
Twiddler.
Twiddler! What's up? What's up? Hello, everyone, and welcome to the topic of the day. The topic of the day: should MTG be in Olympics as a sport? Woo! So, we talked about pro tours, we talked about RPTQs, we talked about qualifying games and stuff like that. But what if the Olympics were in, or the Magic the Gathering was in the Olympics as a professional sport to play? How amazing would that be? The whole game would be seen worldwide. In fact, there are certain things people will watch. Like last night, I just watched the skateboard over the Olympics. America came in second and third, which their spot was stolen fairly by Japan, I think. Japan or China, one of the two. But it was pretty awesome, and it's pretty cool to see your favorite sports. Now, if Magic the Gathering was a sport, like how would it be ranked? How would it be played? Would it be fun? What would we expect? Is like the idea. I mean, should it be a real thing?
I think it would have its watchers, anyways.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I believe that people would watch it.
Hmm.
Being something new and different.
It would absolutely have watchers.
Well, let's hope you get better, Twiddler, for sure. I hope the post surgery goes very well for you, because I know how long that can be.
Yep.
Kane Checker says, if I designed a Planeswalker card, I think it would have to deal with artifact manipulation. My ultimate would be something that searches for an artifact card named the Kane. Hell yeah.
But also making it into Olympics. I mean, Olympics is dealing with sports. Magic is a game, is just a card game. I don't know how it would fit, but it would be interesting to see something like Magic into the Olympics. Because one thing about Magic, it's not just a United States thing. It is played all around the world.
Oh yeah, think about the press and the PR Wizards would get if their game was in the Olympics, right?
I mean, they're adding video games to the Olympics. I think I heard.
I mean,
they're adding video games to the X Games,
right?
Oh, the X Games. I thought it was the Olympics.
But look at this. Look at this. Not every country sells Magic the Gathering cards in their country. Not because they can't, but Wizards just doesn't.
Right.
If the Winter Olympics, winter, well, it could be winter or it could be summer. I'd assume summer. Olympics hosted the Magic the Gathering as an Olympic sport. It would start breaching and broadening Wizards' customer base on top of doing it very well.
2 points. 2 points. Magic the Gathering is an endurance game. A lot of people that I've seen have play it for hours on end. So that and sports are endurance games.
Oh yeah.
2, if you wanted,
yep.
Yeah, if you wanted to make it an Olympic sport, why don't you make larger cards so that way it's a little bit harder to move the cards about, on a human-sized playing field, maybe a football field, and is the game mat, and make large cards, And if you want to make it a sport and a game at the same time, just modify it.
I think fitting it into the X Games makes perfect sense.
Oh yeah, the X Games would be perfect fit sense.
Oh yeah.
Too. But if Magic Gathering was an Olympic sport, one of the things you'd have to judge people on is their shuffling skill, how they shuffle. That's a good way to keep an eye on to see if they're cheating or not. 2, it brings precision. It brings precision to the skill, because how you handle your hand or your deck and everything to the cards you play. It would be awesome to see, especially since the game is very high energy when it comes to those power plays and thoughts. Like when I say thoughts, I mean like that in the zone thinking. That it'd be amazing to see people go into that intense mode where they're trying to figure out the best plays as they're playing each game.
So within your question, Tortoise, would you just be putting one format in, or would there be several different formats within, wherever Magic ended up being?
So I think if we did it in Olympic sport, it'd have to be mainly one format that can change from Olympics to Olympics, but one format for each tournament, so everybody can be prepared, right? Because you got 4 years to prepare. And I don't think you do standard. I think you do something like Legacy or Commander, something that's very well open, right?
I would say standard myself, because they're needing help with standard, and I think they should. If they did this, they should go standard.
Right.
Here's another question. Diving deeper into it, is it constructed or are you drafting?
Ooh, drafting would be insane. But
Because I think if you keep it to the point where you're constructing your decks and stuff, then it's a money game.
Right. So I think for time restraints, standard constructed would be the way to go. But drafting would be the purest form of winning, I think. But with drafting, one person can get a low pool, and that's not fair to them. So constructed would probably have to be the way.
Yep.
And then put like caps on, almost like how pro sports do it for teams where you have a salary cap.
Right.
You know, where your deck has to have like a price cap.
What could, but like with standard, I don't think you'd have to worry too much about price caps.
Right.
If we did standard. Legacy, yes. It'd be interesting if there was a proxy cap, price cap too. Like you can proxy up to X cards if you don't own them. So people can play with certain cards. I mean, it'd be interesting.
I almost feel like we're not even talking about it being added to the Olympics, but like having it be created as its own league, kind of like kind of like the pro tour and stuff. But
right,
we're putting twists on it now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it'd definitely be interesting to see. But as an Olympic sport, I want a country to be like the number one. You know, like our country, their country, whoever's country. I want someone to be number one. I want to know who's number two, number three, and like it'd be interesting to see, and the creativity, like even like they'd have to do. The question is, how would they do a top 8 tournament like that? You know,
all right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Mountain Hillbilly playing the red, white, and blue deck. Mountain Hillbilly has just now played his legendary card.
Oh no, he ripped off a lightning bolt. That's gold. He wins.
I mean, I think the Pro Tour is cool, but I also kind of like that idea of like a pro league that kind of constantly has one season, and then you watch, maybe there's an off season and then a new season starts. And
yeah, like, can you imagine if America had a team that faced up against the other teams, and the teams would play these big tournaments, right? And every country had their team, and they played. Even teams, and like in the pro tournament, teams will play against each other. Like people on my team will play against me because that's just how the rankings go. It's all about overall points, precision, and I think that would be unique in the way that, like, from deck shuffling, deck construction, there's a lot that will go into it, because like even on pro tours, if you go in with a deck, they want a copy of your deck on paper so they know if you're cheating when you pull a card.
Mm-hmm. And not only that, say they do that. Or let's say they do 2 formats. Say they do standard, and they also do a team, which will consist of commander.
Yeah, well, the commander could be a way to do it. Like if they did 2-headed giant, that'd be an interesting way to do it. Like have 2 people per team and 2-headed giant go for it.
Yep.
If you ever played 2-headed giant, it's 2 people on a team versus 2 people on a team. They share a life total and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's interesting. Ooh, but like the technicality, right? The technicality that would go into it. Like, can you imagine if the Olympic sports were a thing? Can you imagine if Dragon Shield was the official sleeve of the Olympic sports? Or how about Ultra Pro?
Yeah.
What would that do for them?
Yep.
What if Wizard of the Coast made an Olympic versions of cards, right? Say you love Jace the Mind Sculptor, but they made an Olympic version of Jace as a athlete because he is a card that can be played in the Olympics. People love him. He's a variation. What kind of the merchandise can he push through, right? What kind of advertisement will be in here? Can you imagine MTG Hillbilly, the top 3rd champion of the world, won with his little lizard deck and did amazing. He had the best shuffle. His technique and skill was on par, and Even if they needed to, they could do arena. I'd hate to see arena as the Olympic sport, but they could do arena. But I prefer real cards.
Yep. I agree. I mean, it'd be better to do this if they do it. Use paper cards. Don't use arena.
The best opponents assault an Olympic event? I don't think so. Well, I don't think I don't think people would be like that at the Olympics. They're too much on TV.
Yep.
MTG used to be aired on ESPN. Yep.
I never knew that it was on ESPN. I never knew that.
ESPN 8, the Ocho.
The Ocho. Number 8. What if they made teams for every state, like Team Kentucky or Team Iowa? Huh? Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that'd definitely be for the build up to the Olympics.
Yep.
Well, here's how I'd do it, right? 8 players per team per country. Anybody who tops 8 a pro championship has a chance of getting into the top 8 players of the country, right? So you got like say you got like 5 pro tours between the Olympics. Now I could be wrong on the number there, but each person top 8'd those pro tours had a tournament to see who went top 8 at that to go on to the Olympics as a top 8 team or as a team of 8 players.
Mm-hmm.
All right, have fun, Pause.
See you, Pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care.
So imagine the invigoration the Wizards could do with the tournaments in the States just alone if the top 8 of the World Championship here was able to take them into the Olympics. If they did that like once a year, like once a year between shifts, like everybody gets in a line and the top eight players of each championship like that got to compete to be the top 8 players of the country to go to the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's always like a qualifying system for most all the sports.
Oh yeah.
But it would be. I mean, if it was going to the Olympics, it would. I believe it. I mean, it would be interesting,
right? Then, if they did that, it'd be interesting to see if they brought the DCI point system back.
Yeah,
because then you can rank yourself in the world for reals against real tournaments. I mean, can you imagine the amount of nerdiness that'd be shown to people who got introduced? I mean, come on. Snoop Dogg was at this year's Olympics, the Summer Olympics here in Europe. He got a lot of face coverage, like a lot of camera on his face for being there as like one of the big stars.
I don't know how they got so many photos with the smoke out there.
Right? That's funny. But can you imagine if it's like someone like Snoop Dogg sat down and watched a pro tournament and they got covered a lot while the game was going on and watching someone play professionally? The stars that would be there just because the event got so big or well known. Can you imagine someone like Tom Cruise there at the Olympics watching, let's say, Luis Scott Vargas pulling off like the best card in his deck and changing the game to his favor and his reaction? It'd be crazy to see stuff like that.
Yep. Post Malone,
man. Look,
you could have a Circus of the Stars version of Magic the Gathering where type of situation. Remember back in the 80s when Circus of the Stars and they had the stars doing things? You could do a Magic the Gathering version just like that.
Right?
Yep.
Magic the Gathering, the only Olympic sport where you can be semi-obese to play in an Olympic sport.
I don't know. It sounds like a lot of lofty wishes, and all I want is ranked brawl.
Ranked brawl, right? Yes, but would Olympics Magic be constructed with a deck or randomized with sealed draft? Well, so I think, it depends. Like they could do sealed draft. We talked about that earlier, but someone can get screwed out on a deck there. TCG, but I think constructed would be a good way to do it. You know how they do it, and you know with the cameras in each table, each player. I think it'd be interesting.
Yep.
Like it would be 1v1, and I think, like I said, it'd have to be And the reason why I say I have to limit the amount of people playing, because like they'd have to do 1v1 tournaments, cover like 4 people playing at a time, so they can keep an eye out. Like people can keep their cameras going and keep an eye out on the games, make sure shuffling and everything is going correct. And with that, they can then have the deck lists. Oh no, KJ, are you okay?
I must have froze up here. I must have froze up.
All right. But so what I'm saying is like, they do 4 people at a time, watch those people play. They'll judge them by scores, points, precision playing, from how they handle the deck to how they handle the game. And, how, like my problem is I can't think of every way they'd point the system, like how they would put points to the gameplay. But like, misplays will count against you. Like when you're skateboarding, if you're doing the tricks and you're trying to get the best 2 out of 4 scores and you fall off your board, they give you 0 points. Well, if you try to counterspell something that can't be counterspelled, you lose points for that, or you don't get points.
So you're thinking of actually having a judging system involved too, not just whether you win or lose your match.
Yes. Oh yeah. Like the most important thing is having the judging system proving that you can't cheat in the system. You can't cheat in the game. Like you're eyeballed, right? Your skill is based off your luck and your knowledge. Your skill is there. It's all skill based. And if you're being eyeballed, 4 teams at a time being playing,
yeah,
they can keep an eye on it and cycle through it.
That would be one problem though, is Magic is a luck game, because you never know what your hand's going to be.
And that's the point I've always made. I mean, just in playing in our play group and stuff, I don't care if somebody's playing a high power level or something and mine's way low or it's a real janky deck, because I know there's still that element of card draw, and I could pull off the win still if they don't draw the cards they need.
You say Magic's a luck game. Magic does require some luck, but the better your deck is, it's more mitigating the need for luck from your game.
True.
That is true. I will agree. If you have your deck built right, then you don't rely on it as much.
Right. That's why the best decks are about, like, there's some people who know the numbers game very well, but like having the early good draw cards, the way to getting yourself up. The best decks fix the need for not having luck and have the need for more skill. Where if you have a casual deck, which is something you wouldn't bring to the Olympics, if you just have a casual deck, then that's more luck based. That's why card drawing, ramping, and stuff like that's important for the game. It's good for your strategy, but it's about mitigating the need for luck and putting your skill-based plays in there. So.
I'm almost imagining like it looking a lot like how less players, but like how that pro poker thing is done on ESPN and stuff, where if you're watching, you actually see the hand they have. And
oh yeah.
I watch that all the time. I'm obsessed with Pro Poker Tour, man. Oh, I can't play poker worth diddly, but I'm obsessed with it.
It is a good watch. It is a good watch. So if Magic did it right, you could make that a good watch.
Oh yeah. And when the Olympics are all about making it entertaining, right? They're about making the events look good. But they're also about keeping the rules intact. Yep. Big money is at stake because I know a lot of people don't talk about it, but people gamble on the Olympics. People
they do. Yeah, they do.
Yep.
And people are sponsored heavily for the Olympics.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
They tried to get rid of the gambling on the Olympics, right? And like there was a whole big old thing where it went to the Supreme Court and everything, and pretty much the state of Las Vegas pretty much said, we will sue the government if you make gambling on the Olympics illegal.
Well,
we will sue the Olympics.
How are they going to control that on the home base? People at home gambling with their friends.
Right. Exactly. You know, if you make anything illegal, especially with gambling, you're gonna have bookies and sharks out there doing illegal gambling, like they used to do back in the day. I mean, that's
back
how
in the 1920s. Yeah.
right.
Oh no, you're right. Like gambling's one of those things. It's better checked and controlled than it is to be illegal. You know, that's the best way I can put it. Better checked and controlled. You know, because when you have all the backup, all the serious stuff about it taken care of, you know, there's no backhand shenanigans.
Yeah.
So, but
Sure.
anyway. well, no, because if it's backhanded shenanigans, there's a lot of things you don't control. There's a lot of corruption going on. Or if it's legal and controlled, you know, there's a lot of protection there for you.
Right.
Yeah. So, anyways, not worried about gambling, but the thing is the idea of the Olympic sport being a Magic Gathering thing would be awesome. Like Magic Gathering with the Olympics would be awesome. And you know, I think that'd be like the what do you call it, being on the top of the top, you know, for Wizards of the Coast to be in Olympics. I mean, they worked so hard to make this game good. They've had pro tours, random cats jump on my lap. I was really ignoring her.
I like how she jumps on your lap at least once or twice a stream. Come on,
Come on,
she's
it's
like,
funny.
first of all, probably half of your chat just watch for the cat.
Right. Like they probably gamble when
They want to see Hillbilly's dog and your cat.
Right.
Yes. That's half the reason I talk to you guys.
Right. But anyways, so what I'm saying though is like the top, it'd be the pinnacle, the top of the top of Wizards of the Coast. This small company was now world renowned to be in the Olympics, and everybody's dying to get in. How many people in school will want to get into Magic Gathering to be a professional Olympian when they grow up? You know, what kind of stuff? Like, even like it might sound ridiculous, but there might be a health requirement to play in the Olympics too for this. So you can't just go in as someone just someone else. There's got to be rules and prerequisites to get into the Olympics and be chosen. You know, someone with healthy sleeping habits, healthy eating habits, you know, endurance, as KJ said earlier, endurance. You got to stay for hours. You got to have like at least 8 to 10 hours worth of agility in this.
I do see a conflict of interest though. Because Hasbro and other toy companies, they around the time of the Olympics, they do sell toys and whatnot of Olympians, and they do sell. And Hasbro's, now that it's gotten into the collectibles market with WotC and a few other toys that Hasbro's been selling, there would be a conflict of interest, because then they would have a monopoly on a market that does.
Sorry about that.
Hasbro would definitely have to, if they wanted to be in the Olympics, they probably would have to remove WotC from their. If they wanted WotC to be part of the Olympics, they would have to remove Magic from their thing somehow, because there would be a conflict of interest. They'd be selling Olympic products. They'd be selling. They'd be in the Olympics, and they'd be advertising the Olympics.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be a conflict of interest right there.
That'd be interesting to actually see how that'd handle.
Yeah, you know, so just saying that the potential legal ramifications of a company that would have an all-around potential monopoly on a Olympic themed market for collectibles, toys, and now a sport.
Oh yeah,
if that were to happen, theoretically,
it'd be interesting, but like it might be a conflict of interest, but it might not, you know, because you know I wonder what would happen because like when the Olympics usually do a sport like say soccer, they only get their soccer ball from one company for that event. So I have no clue on those ramifications. But with that, my friends,
hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. So it's lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Whoa, hello. Welcome to the morning coffee show where we're relaxing, chillaxing, and settling down. Because pretty soon, Backwoods is going to have to leave us. This poor guy has a job. He's not retired yet. He doesn't look old enough to be retired.
Not yet.
Right? But
he's working on it though.
Right? He's working hard. He's working hard on retiring. That's what he's doing.
I think I got about 10 more years.
10 more years.
Not if you keep buying cards the way you do.
Right.
Yeah, that increases it.
Yep.
Right. Anyways, let's roll off to the shill section, starting with MTG Hillbilly.
Alrighty. I did get some mail yesterday, some fan mail that made me fall out of my dang gone seat. Dag-blag. I think I left a crack in the dang gone floor when I fell on the floor.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is what I got in the mail. Oh, this is the reason why I fell out of my chair, because I was not expecting it.
Ooh.
Thank you for sending this to me. Very much appreciate it. It's already in the deck. And oh man, I'm still within awes over that card. Anyway, back to the show. I'm at 527. I'm just 100 from you, Tortoise. And anyway, 527 subs. Excellent. Channel's growing, which is great. Got memberships open on the channel. So far, I got 2 members on the channel, and I will be streaming again this afternoon at 2:00. And I did a stream today, but it was more of kind of like a stream like this, but because I was wanting to brew some new decks because Bloom World coming out today. But unfortunately, it wasn't out this morning. So this afternoon, I'm going to brew at 2. I'm going to do a 2:00 stream as usual. And I'll be playing Bloom World cards because they should be out on Arena by then. And I'm going to brew some decks and do some plays on Arena. May do some ladder climbing on Arena and start doing that. And that's all I have to say for today.
Well, something I gotta say, your show is nothing like my show. I didn't have to wait for an update today.
True. very true. But since I had to wait for the update, I had to just do a little shill.
Chill. Go watch Hillbilly later. Links in the chat if you're not subscribed to him yet. But then we're gonna get to Backwoods.
Probably I don't have a whole lot coming up during the week. Maybe an impromptu brawl on Arena evening sometime. Usually that'll be probably a pretty late stream. But this weekend is looking like it will probably be an opportunity for me to do a Cracker Sack game out at the Shack, and so that I might get done. And then Sunday, I'm kind of settling into the Sunday night live stream at 9 p.m. Central, and doing kind of my after dark in the backwoods, which is just a hangout, and it's actually morphed into being pretty fun actually. So for me and stuff, and we open packs and chit chat with whatever comes up. So.
Woo. Sounds good. Subscribe to Backwoods Gamer if you're not. Backwoods Gamer. Backwoods Collector. His link's in the chat right there. Woo. And we got KJ. Cowboy Dan.
Hey, how you doing? First of all, with Backwoods Collector, he does something that I really enjoy, and he puts a hole in a deck, in a pack of cards. got to send me one of them hold cards. And he does it as a special way. Watch his show to find out. But me, you can find me over on Twitch. Link is in the chat. I stream about twice a week. Other than that, I'm just hanging out with my boys here and everywhere else on the internet. If you want to hang out, I hang out.
Whoa.
That's
Nice.
about it.
Got it. Well, his link's in the chat too, so check it out. And moving full. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I do. I just released a video yesterday. If you haven't caught it, you might want to go catch it.
I watched it yesterday.
I watched it yesterday.
I know, but there's some people like, I don't know if TCG dude has seen it or not. So if those who haven't seen it, come on by.
If you haven't watched it, we're calling you out on the carpet.
I'm one of those then, but I'm gonna go watch it today, right after this stream.
All right. Today is Tuesday, so there's no extra streaming for me today. So it's just a chill day, a regular day for me. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day out there. Just to remind you, where is it? No. Today's song of the day is brought to you by Cane Shaker is Mr. Blue Sky by Electric Light Orchestra. So we'll check that out. So anyways, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing. New subscribers, you guys rock. You guys rule. You make everything awesome. Thank you everybody for being here again today. KJ Brown.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, Backwoods Collector, Hillbilly, moving full.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. And with that, my friends,
I totally want to thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate it, 100%. Like this video as if it's your favorite kind of pizza, dude. And if you wouldn't mind, consider smashing that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. Every one of these things you do helps the channel out a lot.
I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that complete the whole